Sorry, everybody, just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm Andy Pickens, and this is Matt Roman, and we're co-founders of Jamplify. We're in an incubator now down in Nashville, Tennessee, so we're moving back up to New York in a couple of weeks, and I've been pitching this thing constantly for the past 3 months, so I'm glad to just demo the technology to some like-minded people and get some good feedback on what we built. So there are a lot of platforms out there where you are able to reward your fans for getting the word out about you. You can give them content for a tweet, you can if a fan likes you can give them points, and eventually those points will convert into some sort of merch. Jamplify is a significant twist on this, and it's based around a contest framework. And you see a lot of artists today running contests where they'll say, like this tweet, or like this post, and I'll pick somebody random and give you a free signed t-shirt. So with Jamplify, this is kind of an example of that. You write the best caption on this post, and they'll pick somebody at random and give them some free content. So in Jamplify, it's significantly different in that we basically enable you to reward the individual fan that drives the most traffic to a content release. We use link tracking technology basically to track through the number of specific people that an individual fan can drive to a content release. In this scenario, a guy named James Gardner released a YouTube video on our platform, and he sent it to his fans over Facebook and Twitter and said, hey fans, compete to drive traffic to this content release. And Shawnee has driven 129 different people in the last 3 days to check it out. And if Shawnee is the top promoter at the end of this whole thing, she'll win a phone call from James Gardner, him saying just what's up and how's it going, a signed poster, and some exclusive content. And the rewards kind of tier down from there. So we've seen artists get really creative with this kind of stuff. We have a rapper right now who's running a contest that one of his top promoters will he'll actually record their voicemail. So if you call that person, they're not there, the rapper will be the guy on the other end. So we've seen them get really creative. They're kind of like Kickstarter's rewards in that they're unique to the content creator. They're pretty engaging, and people appreciate that. So we're going to do a live demo to show kind of the fan experience and how you promote and how you share your unique link to drive traffic. So I am actually going to get physical music, and I try not to do this because I don't want my name all over the leaderboard for all these things. But Matt's going to log in and as me and generate my unique link. You can see it there, and you can tweet it out, and it'll pop up and it'll show a preloaded tweet with your unique link in the tweet. You'll share that out, and maybe Matt will hashtag the NYNT community. Cool. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
So we'll tweet that out, and you can find me on Twitter if you want to check out the content and click my unique link to give you some points. We'll also put it out on my Facebook wall. And then we can copy and paste the link into an email. And you can also take this link and put it anywhere. If you have a Tumblr account, you can put it on your blog, you can put it anywhere you really have a network. And you can put it on Reddit, you can put it on Hacker News, whatever it might be. So we'll check back on this a little bit to see how much traffic that I drove and where I stand on the leaderboard. But for now, I want to kind of introduce a new product that we're building right now where you can run a campaign on your own website. The idea with our web platform, Matt, if you could just go back to the James Gardner page. As it stands right now, a content creator, whether that's a filmmaker or an artist, either uploads a YouTube video or embeds a YouTube video or uploads MP3 content to a Jamplify page, and their fans compete to drive traffic to that Jamplify page. What we're building now is a version of Jamplify which you can run on your own website. And with that, you have the same buttons to log in. Can you tab over to the, oh cool. Yeah, so you can see it here. It's basically this bar that lives on the bottom of the website. It has the buttons to log in, which will generate your unique link to promote. It'll have the leaderboard and the rewards that are being offered for promoting. And with this product, you actually drive traffic to your website. So this takes us not just into the music space anymore. We can really do a lot of work with blogs and retailers online to help them engage their core fan bases. So that's what we're working on right now, and we're hoping to roll that out in the next month or so. So Matt, I don't know if you want to refresh the page to see how I did. All right, I got 14 clicks. Wow. That's pretty good. So I guess if I'm third, I'll win I guess he'll give me the track for free. So I'll get an MP3 version of that release. So that's what we're working on. We're really happy to present to you guys all today. I've been to this meetup a bunch of times, so I'm glad to be on the other side of it once. But happy to hear your feedback.
So the quality of clicks from different platforms is going to vary, and sometimes you can get a lot of clicks, from various sources. Are you going to be able to tell who's actually maybe clicking on a video or doing whatever the artist wants them to do rather than just being driven to a page? Or, because right now it just looks like it's how many people actually land on the thing.
Right, so we can put some hooks in. We can see how long somebody's session lasts. So we can add that as kind of a criteria for what constitutes a click. That's one thing we're considering. It's just a matter of how many hooks we want to put in place to make it more robust in terms of how we're qualifying a click-through and giving points based on that. The reality is that the way people are rewarding people now, it's just for a tweet or just for a like, and real traffic is another step from that, so we can continue to get closer to conversion or closer to an action. It's just a matter of how far we want to take it.
Sure. Can you make it private? So if I tweeted out the link and then my friends clicked it and just saw my name in the leaderboard, it kind of like makes it feel like, I only tweeted that to like gain myself up. So like I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want them to see me in the leaderboard.
To know that you're promoting?
I'd rather be like a private.
That's interesting. We might be able to put that in as a personal preference, whether you were in the leaderboard or not.
But even like I probably want to link to the YouTube page, and not
Right.
so you have to link to this Jamplify page, and then they realize it's this big contest.
Yeah, the thing we determined was that if you just link to the YouTube page, the contest isn't going to live on the YouTube page, so you don't get any of that residual traffic of people that hit the page then converting into promoters. So we made the decision that it would be better to have the contest and the content live on the same page. And eventually we'll probably not just have it be the top 10. It might be the top 10 if you're not logged in, but then if you're logged in, it would be just your place and the person ahead of you and behind you, kind of like what Foursquare does. So we're still working out exactly how the leaderboard looks. But
You handle the legality around contests and promotions and contests.
yeah, like the rules of the game. Yeah, so we've worked with lawyers to basically construct our terms and conditions to make sure that we're basically covering ourselves and that we're not liable for any of the rewards that are up there. And we're really diligent about when a campaign is created that we have an approval process, so you can't just go on and create one and it'll be live. So we make sure that the rewards are, number one, not monetary. We don't want people saying win $1,000 if you promote. We want the rewards to be, we require that the rewards are linked to you as a content creator, so you're not just paying people to promote you. And the other aspect is we want to make sure you can fulfill it. So you can either give a reward to your top promoter, or you can say if you drive 20 clicks or 25 clicks, I'll give you something. If you say I'm going to give a free t-shirt to every person that drives 25 clicks, you might end up with 1,000 people that drive 25 clicks. So we make sure that you give digital goods at that low of a barrier and kind of hard goods at a higher barrier.
You guys support the embedding of other players besides YouTube, so that if I'm already on Sign5, top stuff, you just embed that as opposed to...
Yeah, eventually that's the goal, whether it's Vimeo or whatever it might be.
How are you going to be monetizing? Are the contest creator going to be paying a certain percentage because, or a subscription fee of some sort?
Good question. So the platform on Jamplify.com is completely free. We'll eventually have ads integrated into it. We can do a lot of cool stuff with sponsored rewards. So maybe the top promoter wins a free piece of content from the content creator, but they also win a Beats headphone set or something like that. And that's also great for Beats because that person's probably pretty influential. So we can do a lot of stuff with that. The version that lives on somebody's website, it's a cost per click model. So you set up the contest and you say how much traffic you're willing to pay for, and then the contest runs until you hit that amount of traffic, and the rewards are distributed to your fans once the contest ends. So they basically budget how much traffic they're willing to pay for.
Did you go over the point scale yet? I don't know if I heard that.
So right now it's just 20 points for review. We added a points system just because we can do a lot more with it in the future. We can say if you get traffic from both Twitter and Facebook, now your clicks are worth 25 points and stuff like that. So we encourage certain types of behavior. It's just nicer to have a metric that you can change up what it means.
What's the best prize someone has given out so far?
I really like that voicemail one. I think another one was just VIP access at a concert. A lot of like signed cool merchandise that I would have wanted, but had to hold back from promoting.
Great. Cool.
Stuff like that.
How many active users do you have using it now?
Sure, so we have 19 campaigns currently running. We've been live for 3.5 weeks. So we have 19 of these campaigns currently running. We had 88 promoters so far, and we've seen almost 2,000 clicks. So 2,000 people that have been driven to the platform. We probably have another dozen campaigns in the pipeline right now that we're going back and forth on what the rewards are, and we have a really proactive hand-holding process that we're doing right now, and eventually it'll be more automated, and you can just create it yourself, and it'll just go.
Is there a lot of protection that when somebody helps in one campaign, we can see those in other people's campaigns?
Not yet. I think the reality of this product is you're engaging your core fan base. So the people that end up promoting you are your biggest fans. It's not as likely that you'll surf around on Jamplify and find another campaign that you really want to start promoting. So I don't know that we'll end up seeing that in the future, but we want to make that happen as much as possible. We're trying to facilitate that happening. I just don't know that that's the way fans think.
All right.
All right, thanks everybody.